Spaceship Copilot.
Woo! There's some levels.
Alright. Spaceship Copilot.
Just do it again.
Spaceship Copilot.
Okay, here we are. Episode 34 of Spaceship Copilot. I'm Kevin Finnegan.
This is Bernard Hankins, co-piloting with Kevin Finnegan.
And today we're answering some fan emails.
That's right. Now, this question I've seen come in a lot, actually, Kevin. This is an advanced question, but, I mean, we'll go ahead and do that because we're advanced people.
Sounds good.
So, Bob from the Third Nebula wants to know, Bernard, I've frequently tried to film in outer space, and I've been having trouble lighting black holes.
Lighting black holes.
Could you show us the proper way to go about lighting a black hole?
Yes, this is certainly not something to be tackled by the novice, but it's something that is important to cover, and we'd be happy to get into it today. We've taken a trip to Sigma X1, traditionally known as the very first black hole discovered by man. And here we are outside the event horizon, and as you can see, we've pointed our cameras right at it. And let's go ahead and get to lighting this guy.
Yeah, let's jump right in. Let's not waste any time, even though time is infinite out here in space.
That is true, but we are but human. Okay, so what we're looking at here is basically your three-point lighting system for any standard studio shot with a subject in the foreground. However, of course, given the scale of this shot, things are going to be a little bit more subtle, a little bit trickier. But we'll go ahead and turn on our key light.
Let me go ahead and let me make sure that's plugged up. Let me get that for you, Kevin. Okay, we're plugged up.
Okay, and given the size of our subject, that is an 18 petawatt bulb pointed straight down. You can adjust that according to the size of your black hole. But okay, so we have our key light coming in on top, and next is fill.
Now, when you're putting up the fill light, you want to be careful that you're not too close to any blue dwarfs, red dwarfs, whatever, the red giants. You can catch a lot of unnecessary light created by those stars that you don't want in your shot. So you could be setting up a fill light and looking at it and be like, what's going on? Why am I seeing all this extra stuff? Just look around, use your, devices, gamma radiation, quasars, pulsars, all that stuff. You just want to check to make sure there's not any extra radiation coming in. People nowadays, they're just sending out whatever, their iPods and all these things.
That's true. That's certainly a problem here. Radiation pollution. People don't have their deflector shields up most of the time. But, okay, so we got our fill. You want to bounce that in. And as Bernard said, you want to be careful for the blue dwarfs, the red dwarfs. You get your strange coloration of the black hole, which you do want to remain fairly black. Okay, once that is in place, we're going to focus now on our backlighting, which separates the black hole from the blackness of space. Of course, for anybody that wants any kind of dynamic shot, you're going to want to separate your subject from the background and make it really pop. Okay, there we go. You can see that now. And basically what we want to do here is just adjust the contrast levels of our camera until we really pick up that nice, crisp black on top of the somewhat grainier black background.
One side tangent. I've heard this, a lot of my friends on forums and postings and stuff, they try to use a wide angle lens and, it gets that sort of fisheye shape. Well, you got to watch out for that in space because it's not actually the lens, but space itself is curved. So you wanna watch out for that when you're putting on your wide angle lenses. That's also going to affect your light. And like Kevin was saying, with the red giants, the blue dwarfs, sometimes those can act as a natural gel. Reds, blues. If you want to use that as part of your look, your cinematic mood, don't be too afraid to get too close to those red giants and things like that. They can really add to the feel and the sort of mood and temperature of your shot.
That's true. Know what you're going for in these shots, because it's true, as Bernard says, you can use the environment to enhance those shots, but what you don't want to do is let them get in the way of your vision. So if you have a specific shot in mind, you do want to block those out. However, if you have some leeway, it is good to play around with it a little bit, get creative, and just see what happens.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just jump in right now and start off with the fill light? We've explained it. Let's put on the fill light, and you can get into details.
Okay, so we're going to crank this sucker up. It's a big light because we're lighting a big subject, so let's...
All right, let me just flip the switch. Okay.
And...
I'll try it again.
Oh, the light's on. Well, okay, let's increase the intensity on the key light and see if we can get any of the reflected light from the key light to enhance that fill any.
Yeah, I mean, did we put out some flags or something earlier?
I think we did. I just...
I'll go check. You keep talking, and let me just check right quick.
Okay, folks, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty on this one, but we'll try to get it sorted out as quickly as possible. Just stick with us.
Okay, everything's plugged in. Use the voltmeter. Doesn't appear to be any shortages or circuit breakers down or anything like that. It's on the on position.
Okay, well, clearly our indicators are reading that it's on. Let's try adding that...
Oh, wait. Maybe the bulb's out. Didn't even think about that. That's a simple thing, people. Sometimes it's the simplest thing.
These high-power bulbs.
You go through all these steps, and people didn't even think maybe the light bulb's broken. So let me just check that right quick.
Oh, that's bright. Oh, that's bright. My eyes are... I don't know if I can see. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Man, that is a bright, bright light. 18 petawatts will surely get you if you're not careful. Woo! Okay. Well, you know,
Wait. That's not actually the light. That's actually the sun.
That's the sun.
Yeah. The bulb does appear to be brand new, but that's not coming from the direction where we put up the light. I think that's actually the sun.
Ah, that explains why my corneas are still burning. Oh, my goodness. Well, there's a first for every show. Certainly a first for this one. All right, so...
let me look in the manual for these lights.
That's probably a good idea.
I mean, maybe we put the wrong bulb. I don't know. Let's... Here, we'll figure this out, folks. Don't worry. We're professionals.
You know, it is interesting, as Bernard mentioned earlier, the black hole can act as what they call, in the physics textbook, a gravitational lens. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of reading myself. I think I'll pull out the old physics textbook from undergrad and turn to the section on black holes just for some interesting reading. Finding anything?
I mean, according to the well, there really is no manual. It's a light. You plug it in and you hit the switch.
All right. Well, here's a little bit of a background on black holes from the physics textbooks I have right here in my hand. It says black holes are a collapsed star, generally speaking, a dense form of matter that has collapsed beyond its own ability to support its gravitational field and collapses to a singularity, creating an event horizon which is so powerful that light itself cannot escape from it. Huh.
It's interesting.
Light cannot escape. Oh my.
Well, this is a little... Well, folks, I bet you thought we didn't know that light can escape a black hole.
Maybe we can air this April 1st.
Yeah. April Fools, gotcha.
Oh my, is my face red?
How would you know? We couldn't see it.
Wow. Well, okay, there you have it, folks. You cannot light a black hole from outside because the gravitational field is too intense and light itself cannot escape to be bounced off or what have you. Uh, well, that answers that question. Join us next time for episode 35 of Spaceship Copilot, and we'll be going over how to film an atmospheric landing. That will be an interesting one. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned.
All right.